What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the official Snack Run Podcast, your one-stop shop source for everything anime, manga, and video games. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your co-host, Brady.
And we're here to fill your ears for the next hour with a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, if you guys came to learn more about anime, pop culture, you came to the right place.
Yeah, if you guys came over here to goof off and waste an hour as you're driving to Colorado, Utah, Mexico.
You also came to the right place.
Yeah. So Brady, what's been your favorite new thing or announcement as of this week? Because there has been a lot going on, like just a dumb amount of stuff happening this week.
Yeah, man, there's been so much in like the anime community right now. Like maybe even too much to unpack in this one video.
Yeah, I'd say we go for 2 hours. Hell, make it 3.
Maybe let's not do that. Maybe an hour.
Yeah, 40 minutes tops.
But you know what? Some new news what just came out. Well, I'm very hyped to talk about. The new, not even like a trailer or anything, but new promotion images for the new My Hero Academia movie just came out.
All right, yeah, let's just get right into it.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, we're gonna leave this for like near the end, but I'm like, no, let's just talk about it now. You know?
Yeah. So, for anyone who didn't know, Monday night, I believe, Tuesday night, around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So like I think like 10 in the morning or like midday in Japan, they dropped new promotional art, official art for the next My Hero film.
Yeah, I thought how they
speculating.
did it was kind of clever. Like it was kind of like a mystery, and you had to solve it.
Yeah. So basically, if you haven't seen it yet, they dropped like half-face Deku, half-face Bakugo, half-face Todoroki, and then their new outfits for this movie, and they look like what would you say they look like if the audience hasn't seen them yet?
They look very like futuristic, sciencey,
Yeah.
and very modern. I think they're a little bit more modern than like what we know and what we're comfortable with. Some of the designs are really cool. I like them, but they seem very like bulky and techno-y, you know?
Yeah. I'd say they look like a mix, like if Fire Force and Iron Man had a kid. They look modern. They look badass. They kind of look like ninjas almost. But yeah, it's
very high
crazy.
collars. I noticed a lot of them have very high collars.
Yeah.
Like I think Bakugo is like in his winter training uniform.
That's what it looks like.
It looks like that. Then Todoroki, he looks like a full Fire Force like main character with his collar way up. Whole suit kind of looks like a Fire Force suit.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. They look really intense. No cap. I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say about it.
You know what I don't understand, or I just don't get, is the tagline. It's like he will meet the 3 Musketeers.
That tagline to me is really, really weak.
It kind of threw me off a bit.
Yeah, it just sounds so childish.
It does. It sounds like, yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna say now.
What's up, man?
Horikoshi, the creator of My Hero, I feel like he doesn't. This is just a joke, but he doesn't like drawing necks, so everyone has like a massive collar.
I can see that. Collars are dope.
I'm just messing though. I'm sure he likes drawing necks. It's fine.
Well, because you know how I was like artist to artist is. I don't like drawing, like some necks are kind of difficult, so I'll just put a hoodie over it. You know?
Okay.
I like, not like necks itself, but like something around the neck, because some necks could be like too thin, some necks could be too bulky. So you put like a hoodie or a collar around it, and boom, it fixes your problem.
No, for sure. That's how it was with hands for a long time.
Yeah. Just
you know
throw
what I mean?
like block gloves on them.
No, I would throw into their pockets or behind. You know when you're a young artist, you're not drawing hands. You put them
straight to the pockets. Straight to the pockets.
Yeah. So, but back to the movie thing. There was a rumor happening early this year that the creator of My Hero, he signed a 10 movie deal. And that is starting to sound more and more true, obviously, with this. This is the 3rd year he's dropping a movie. The 3rd year in a row. Can you imagine?
I'm pretty sure, if my sources aren't mistaken, the 10-year or the 10 movies he's signed to, 2 of the movies already happened. Or, I'm pretty sure that's it. But it could be like the 2 movies plus 10 more movies. So that's 12 movies right there. What's crazy?
No, I personally think it's going to be 10 altogether. I mean,
yeah.
That's a lot of movies.
10's an even number.
One Piece, the number one manga in the world, isn't even getting 10 movies one after the other. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, yeah. And that's been going, let's say, My Hero's only been on for a couple of years now.
Yeah, he's only been
6, 7?
Yeah, it's only been an anime for, I think, 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. So, like, them always sending that contract, right? Like, it took, like... How's your drink? Good?
Yeah, it was free.
Nice.
Real quick, someone paid it forward, and the person in front of me paid for my stuff. And I considered paying for the person behind me, but I was like, what if it's like a $45 order? You know, I'm not trying to buy the new Spider-Man game here at the coffee line. And so I was like, thanks, and I just drove off.
You're such a sweet lad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, like, Dragon Ball and One Piece, they have hella movies, but they've been out since, like, the 90s.
Yeah, Dragon Ball has been around, like, regular Dragon Ball, like, 88, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. What's, like, absolutely crazy. So, like, no crap they have those movies, that amount of movies. But for Horikoshi to already sign that deal.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like as long as he has, like, a hands-on, like, if he's hands-on with every single movie and if he's highly involved, I think there's no reason for the movies to come out bad.
Yeah, he
at least like mediocre at best, you know.
No, for sure. I mean, I'm sure he's heavily involved for sure. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the last movie he mixed in like the original ending he had for the series with it and rewrote it a little bit to make it work for like a one-off.
And I think that's what a lot of these movies are going to be, is like stories he wants to tell, but he literally can't tell it in the canon.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Like, you know, that's what Naruto had probably more movies than Dragon Ball. I think he has like around like 16 movies. I want to say.
Wow, that's a lot of movies.
So yeah. He's gonna be up there with Naruto with the movies.
Yeah, I just hope they don't lose like momentum. Like they stay solid, because the last two were, I would say, probably until we see the new Demon Slayer, probably the best anime movies I've seen.
Number 1 was good. But
I thought number 2 was a lot better.
Number 2 is 1,000 times better.
Oh, it killed it. And that's crazy because usually the second movie is not as good.
Yeah, so the first... Also, the titles are kind of wacky, too. But the first movie was titled The Tale of Two Heroes. Oh, yeah. And in my opinion, it was like a little bit of action in the beginning, a whole lot of build-up for like an hour, and then I think like a 30-minute fight at the end, which was okay for like a one-off, spin-off kind of movie. And then the second one was just like... I think, in my opinion, way better animation, and action sprinkled throughout. And also, my favorite part with the second movie was that every character had like more screen time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
Definitely in the first movie they couldn't put everybody in there. They had like little like clips of screen.
Yeah.
But they had nothing to do. The second movie really made them, since they were all working at the agencies. Spoiler, blah, blah, blah. The movie's been out, so you should have saw it already.
Yeah.
But, like, they were all working at that agency on the island, so they all had, like, a task, and they all have, like, characteristics or, like, just character stuff they needed to get done. Mm-hmm. So I liked it, and I'll give them, like, jobs, you know?
Yeah. In the last fight, a lot of characters had, like... Even like the side characters, like you saw them like putting in work, Naval Laser was like just blowing up,
bro, and it showed him like actually like he got exhausted because he was like trying.
Yeah, like all of them got like, exhausted for sure.
It showed them like putting in work and effort and like actual character development, like of them wanting to save these kids.
Yeah, so yeah, I definitely really enjoyed the second one. The second movie is like also like the kind of movie that you can show like lukewarm anime lovers or like new to the genre, and I think that would really get them into it.
I saw that in theaters, and I'll just say like the ending fight with Bakugo and Deku, everybody was screaming, I was screaming.
Oh, 100%.
It was probably one of the best movie fight scenes I've seen in a while.
I watched the first My Hero movie in Tennessee in like this no-name town back alley movie theater, and it was packed to the brim with nerds, and we were all standing up for that last fight.
Yeah, low-key, anime movies are fun to watch with like crowds of nerds like us, because you just chant. Like I remember I went to go see the first movie in Phoenix. Right as Bakugo came on the screen, everybody started screaming their heads off. Like every single character what came on, it's kind of fun.
BTS stance.
It's low-key like a fan experience. It's not even a movie at that point. It's an experience, like seeing it in like large crowds.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've seen a handful of movies, anime films in theaters at this point. I saw a few this year too. Aside from My Hero, I also watched this one called Catch Your Wave, and I thoroughly enjoyed that film. Have you heard of it by chance?
No.
So Catch Your Wave is a series is a movie that is the best kind of described as starstruck lovers with some fantasy elements, like a little bit.
Ooh.
So basically, this girl, it's also cool because it's college age, so like they're like between like 21 and like 25, I think.
Yeah, our age.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, our age. I'm getting up there. I'm like almost 30. But basically, I'm not gonna give out too much away. But it takes place like on the beach basically, and it's just like two young adults fall in love, and some crazy stuff happens, and I cried. I cried like 3 times.
Holy crap!
Yeah, so I don't want to give too much away, but go watch Your Wave, or hold on, go catch Your Wave.
There you go. You got it, man.
Honestly, I want you to watch it too, Brady. It has great animation.
Oh shit! It's on DVD now.
Oh
I
yeah.
assume. Yeah, I could probably find it somewhere.
It's on my Quizmith list.
That's cute. I think one of the very first anime movies I saw
In
was...
theaters?
Yeah. The first anime movie I saw in theaters. I think I told you this. This is when I was young. Me and my sister saw Ponyo, a Ghibli film. And that got me, like, going.
Can you see my face?
No, I can't see your face.
I feel like my mic doesn't, like, pick up as much. But it's okay. It's okay.
Do you want to cut this part out?
No. We can just, like, amplify my audio when we edit this.
Yeah, I mean, yours is coming out just as much as
right,
mine.
but look, like, oh, there you go. See? Way different.
Okay.
Just gonna continue. You want to see Ponyo in theaters like back in 2008?
I'm gonna cut this part out.
No, you're good, man. You don't gotta cut it out.
I'm gonna cut it out. We're just randomly going.
No, it's fine. It happens all the time. Oh!
Yeah, man. The first movie I saw in theaters was definitely Ponyo, and that was pretty. I don't remember much from Ponyo because I was 6, but I remember it being, as a child, it was a good Ghibli film.
Yeah. I like Ponyo a lot. It kind of gave me a Little Mermaid vibe a little bit. I mean, I think this was kind of based off of.
Mm-hmm.
Super cute film. One of his better films in my opinion. I mean, do you know that Ghibli came out with like way more films than what's actually hot? Like he came out, that studio came out with like around like 15 films, and we only really like.
We know like a good.
The media only portrays like I think like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, like Ponyo, Castle in the Sky, whatever. That popular one.
Yeah. Oh, also this year I caught this. By the way, guys, this is way before COVID. Like I saw like 3 or 4 anime films in theaters like between January and March. So I also caught this new movie called not Japan Sings, but Japan Sings in the movie. One second. Oh, spoiler alert. From the creators of Your Name comes.
Look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Tell a story about a time you got injured.
Time I got injured. One time I fell, and I broke my leg. That was pretty fun. But then I was like, hey, I'm gonna go see an anime movie. So with my broken leg, I went to the theaters and saw my neighbor Totoro, and then my leg got healed.
Was that a real story?
Yeah, man, my leg got automatically healed by seeing My Neighbor Totoro. 100% real story.
Jesus heals, man. You know, if you believe. Anyway.
Totoro is Jesus.
I watched this film called Weathering with You in theaters. Have you heard of it by chance?
Weathering with You.
Have you seen Your Name?
Yeah.
Okay, about to say, if you haven't seen Your Name, I will kick you right now.
You'll dick slap me.
Yeah, nice cut, G, and just slap the shit out of your dick. Weathering with You is, spoiler alert. I mean, not really spoiler. You know what? It's been out for a year.
Yeah, get over it.
It's kind of like a sequel to Your Name. It's really cool because it takes place around 2 different characters. But you still see Taki, is that his name? Taki and Mitsuha. You see them both in Weathering with You. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
it's like a little spin-off, right?
A little bit, yeah. And then this guy, the new kid's like having trouble. He's like, I like this girl, but like, I don't know. And then like Taki sits down with him. He's like, man, you just gotta be yourself, you know. And Taki's like a little bit older now. He's like 22 or something like that.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah, he's so old.
Oh, what a fart.
And I said a little bit older now. But anyway, Weathering with You is awesome. It looks so gorgeous. There's like a gun chase and everything.
Really?
It looks so good too, man. It deserves more exposure in my opinion. It deserves more.
Did they come out like right before COVID?
Yeah. So unfortunately, these movies like didn't have as much time in the theaters as they definitely deserved.
Yeah, man. Any like any movie this year took a major critical hit.
Oh, it took a massive L.
Yeah, so even if they were good movies, I think like the number one superhero movie this year was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Marvel didn't release anything this year.
No,
Marvel didn't release one cinematic film.
Sonic took the number one superhero movie this year. What's really funny.
I watched a movie last night that was supposed to come out on Mother's Day, and they had it didn't come out obviously because of obvious reasons, but they had a really cool marketing scheme. So basically it's called Run, and it takes place, it's sort of like I have something to compare it to, but basically the premise is this little girl who's supposed to be going to college any day now. She is in a wheelchair, and her mom is like a crazy psychopath who doesn't want her to leave, and so she keeps like making her think she's really sick.
Yeah.
Grabbing the mail before she does.
You know what? I've seen trailers for this.
Yeah, and she doesn't let her go to college.
You seen that already?
So it was supposed to come out on Mother's Day, like 5-6 months ago.
Oh, then it got delayed.
And it never had a cinematic release, and so they spent all this money on like advertising for like the Mother's Day release. Basically, they threw it on Hulu, and Hulu's advertising it like crazy now. Thank God, because it's really good. It's really good. I watched like most of it last night. I fell asleep, but I was really into it. And I was like, for a PG-13 movie, they have me really invested, because like usually I like my movies like R, so I have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
But this movie was rated PG-13, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. The girl in the wheelchair, the secondary character, there's basically only two characters, but like the daughter, she freaking is killing her role, like so good.
I thought you meant like she's literally stabbing her, like killing her.
There is a series I think on Hulu, Gypsy Rose. Have you heard that? Does that name ring a bell to you?
Is it like a live action?
It's a true story, but it's a series on a true story, and this little girl was so her mom made her believe she was sick her whole life, and this is a true ass story. And she told her that she can't move her legs, and that she has like, she's allergic to the sun kind of thing, and she's like really sick, and all her pills were just like amoebas. Is that what it's called? Amoebops? Amoebas. So it's like pills that are just sugar. They look like pills.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know that? You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. Is there a guy in it?
Gypsy Rose is a pretty famous name just because, spoiler alert, this happened like 30 years ago, but basically she goes on the internet finally, and her behind her mom's back, and she meets like a guy. Yeah. And her boyfriend like convinces like Gypsy Rose to kill her mom and run away with him.
What the hell?
And now Gypsy Rose is like in prison for the next like 30 years.
That's a whole messed up life. What the hell?
It's a really intense story.
Wait, the boyfriend tells her to kill her?
Oh, also, spoiler, she's not actually paralyzed.
Yeah, she's not
sick or paralyzed. She can use her feet.
I don't know if it's the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was a movie. But there was something similar like that where she meets the guy, blah, blah, blah. But like she wasn't paralyzed. She was just sick. And her mom said she couldn't go outside or whatever. But then like the boyfriend like didn't make her like kill her mom or anything. Is that the same thing you're talking about?
Familiar.
Yeah, it's like
also, this is the second podcast in a row we're talking about paralyzed people.
The main girl, she was played by African American actress. I don't remember her name.
Oh, then no, it doesn't ring a bell.
And then so it's like a full movie. It literally just came out, and it's same premise, exact same premise. And like the boyfriend was like trying to convince her, and the mom was like restraining the boyfriend from like seeing her or whatever, because the mom just wanted her to stay inside and be safe. That's crazy. I haven't seen it. I just seen trailers.
Yeah, what's up, man? Brady, I got something to ask you. What's up with moms and wanting to keep their daughters home forever in wheelchairs? What's up with that? You know what I mean?
Is that like a thing? Like,
it's apparently a whole genre now. There's like 4 or 5 movies about it.
Maybe it's like a attachment thing. Like the mother doesn't ever want to see like their kids flock.
Yeah, they don't want to cut that spiritual and biblical cord. You know what I mean? It's like still attached to them, their souls or whatever. I don't think it's healthy. And if you're a mom listening to this right now, rethink your actions. All right.
Oh, right.
Your daughter is probably not paralyzed, and you're just doing this for your own sick pleasures.
Right. I think like maybe there was like one case of that, and that's it.
No, there's multiple movies.
Well, yeah, but those are movies, man.
Oh, you got a text.
Oh, thanks.
What's it say?
I'll tell you what it says. You're on my family's Secret Santa. It's my girlfriend. What do you want me to put on your list?
A lot for Christmas. There's just one.
If you guys didn't realize yet, Ryan loves singing. Like, he'll break into song whenever he wants.
Underneath the camel toe.
I'm sorry, guys. You have to deal with that. Anyway.
What did you ask for Christmas?
What did I ask
like
for
in
Christmas?
general, not from anyone specific, but like what is like the number one thing? And don't say something gay like, oh, I want just family time, or I just want
Ryan, last podcast you literally said last podcast, this sounds cringy, but I just want to spend time with my family, go to the beach, I'll even pitch in, or go on a nice hike. You literally said that last podcast. You just said, I know it sounds like typical, but I just want family time. And you're like, the older you get, you just really enjoy time with your family.
That's crazy you remember that, because I don't remember anything from our podcast ever.
I just got done editing the podcast, so okay. I remember. And then I insulted you about traveling. And then you're like, if I got to go anywhere, I would go Seattle. I'm like, right, there's like Europe, Japan.
Did I say that? I did not say that.
You have short-term memory loss.
Oh, my fart.
I really want to try out the new PS5.
Okay. That's a tall order.
It's very tall. The PS5 is pretty tall as it is.
You expect someone to find one and then drop $600 on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't anybody do that for you?
No!
Oh, you don't know?
No one would do that for me.
Oh, I got like 7 people who would do that for me.
Well, that's great.
I would do that for you, man.
No, you're good, man.
I'm not going to, but
yeah, thank you.
My girlfriend actually called me this morning. She's like, hey, I was looking over your Christmas list. And like, I noticed that you want the PS5. And she's like, I was going to get that for you, but then I remember that it's like $600 plus a $70 game.
Plus like $80 controllers with that haptic feedback.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't know about that. But she's like, oh, my friend's getting her boyfriend an Xbox. Do you want that? I'm like, sure. Because I'm really not picky. I really don't care between the both.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox, you get like a 6,000 game library from the last 10 years. But PS5, you just get like new shit.
Yeah. Well, what the Xbox is doing is, I guess they have a deal with Steam, and they're gonna incorporate all the Steam games.
Okay, there's no actual proof of that. One person saying it doesn't make it like.
Is there no proof of that?
I don't think so.
We should look it up. We should
Xbox and theme. Xbox and
a theme Xbox. We should definitely.
You think that's funny? Do you think making fun of my list is funny? Huh?
We should definitely do our research before we start. But if that is true, I think putting the Steam library on Xbox would be crazy because they have hella good games. If anything, they have like exclusive what PS5 and Steam has, but not Xbox. Like Fall Guys. I always wanted to play Fall Guys, but never did because, don't have a PS5 or a PS whatever.
I was going to say something important, but you kept talking for a long time.
Was it important? Was it I love you?
No.
Oh.
Why do you keep saying that?
Looking for that love.
Okay, hold on. You're talking about like girlfriend getting it for you, Xbox 360, PS5.
You got it, man.
No, man, my brain just doesn't work good. You know what I mean? I have brain farts. I have poop brain.
You know what?
Damn near constantly. You know what? Every time I have a thought now, I'm just gonna talk over you.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
You said it.
Oh shit. No. Cut that out. Chip.
I'll let you think about whatever you're thinking about.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Wait, hold on. Do you have anything else in your Christmas list that isn't like something absurd?
I just want family time and enjoying my family.
Oh my fuck.
That's what you sounded like. Blah, blah, blah. I'm selfish. I'm gonna take time away from my family. Blah, blah, blah. That's what you sounded like.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
You're
because
selfish.
We can't afford anything else.
Not really. I'm very minimalistic. Like, if I want something, I'll usually buy it myself. But besides that, I don't really ask for much.
Yeah, I get it. You just want family time or like a vacation or something.
How about you, man?
I sent my list to my mom yesterday.
Yeah.
And it consisted of like just ideas, and it was 2 penny boards.
You want penny boards?
Yeah, I want a penny board.
Wait. Why 2?
Well, like different colors. Like,
just give her like ideas. 2 versions. I was like, you want 2 penny boards?
2 penny boards? No.
One for each foot.
This one's Monday. This one's Monday through Wednesday, and this is gonna be Thursday through Sunday.
That's pretty funny. Penny boards are nice, definitely. So I live in an apartment complex, so I use like my skateboard, my longboard to like ride back and forth to my car. Since my parking here is absolutely garbage trash.
Yeah, I was under the impression it was my turn to talk. All right. Anyway. I'm just kidding, Brady. Guys, he's crying. Brady, stop.
What a weirdo.
Brady, put your pants back on. God dang it.
Sorry, man. That's the anxiety thing.
You just get excited. What was I say? Yeah, so I sent her a couple of longboard colors, and they're like 30% off right now because of Black Friday, or as we like to call it around here, Indigenous People Weekends. And I also sent her.
I hope you don't get canceled for that.
What else? Oh, there was this like really cool bomber jacket I saw online.
Bomb?
Yeah, bomber jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't get too. I know I'm like darker colored, but don't get too freaked out. And what else I sent her? I sent her like some like Zelda light up stuff. I'm like,
that's kind of cool.
Nerd. Oh, speaking of Zelda light up stuff, I spent like 3 hours last night, kind of just like playing with my footage and playing with audio levels. And guys, we are inching closer to dropping
real content.
Like better content. We're really gonna get into the meat and cheese of this channel real soon. Now, y'all feel?
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Me and Ryan, we have a lot of really cool stuff planned for the content of our channel.
Want to hear some ideas?
Yeah, let me hear it. This is the behind the scenes look on Snack Run production.
Yeah, so this is the part of the podcast where if you keep listening, you are giving consent not to steal these ideas. You have 3 seconds to turn it off. 3, 2, 1. Cool. So I had this cool idea for a video, and it's going to be My Hero Academia Season 5, What to Expect. And it's going to go over like the 2 to 3 different arcs that are going to be in the next season. So
yeah, so you'll like break down like what's going on in the manga and see.
Yeah, and what it's going to cover probably in the anime.
That's going to be lit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one because it's going to cover like a training arc between Class B and Class A. It's going to cover My Villain Academia, and then it's going to cover there is a arc where, excuse me.
Yeah, you're good.
Bakugo, Todoroki, and Midoriya go and train under Endeavor.
That's going to be so cool.
Yeah, and then Endeavor is going to try to... Anyway, I'm going to go in depth on like what to expect. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like spoiler alert kind of thing.
I'm excited. That's going to be a cool video.
And I had another idea.
That'll definitely be hype.
I think it's like a catch-up video where I just catch up to like the Boruto manga or something like that. I think I should write these things down. You know what I mean? What about you, man? Do you have any cool ideas for?
I have like 10 cool ideas. So I'm trying to figure out what order I want to do them on. But I think I told you a couple podcasts ago. I want to like break down and analyze different anime and different anime plot and themes in anime. So it's going to be really cool. I'm doing one where it breaks down the characteristics and just attributes of Denji. Denji is the main character in Chainsaw Man. And
you've really taken to that series recently, like over the last like few months.
He is not like a typical anime main character.
He likes sex, right?
Oh, he likes a lot of sex, man. It's definitely. I was reading this on like a public bus, and then like a sex scene came up. I was like, ooh, I am not reading this anymore. So it's crazy because like most main character, their motivations to be like the Pirate King or the Hokage or the number one fighter,
the Ninja King or the number one King of Fighters or the Demon Slayer King.
The typical, typical shonen anime.
Yeah, like my family, I came from nothing and now I'm gonna rise to the top.
Exactly. His is just like he's a poor son of a gun, and then he just wants like a female in his life to kiss him and give him loving. That's it. Like that's his motivation. Like his motivation's
man,
not.
I like that just because it's like a little more realistic.
It's really human. Like the thing is, like he came from nothing. I'll go to it in my analysis video, but he literally came from nothing, and then like he gets this opportunity to work in this organization, and when he does, he's not trying to like get money or climb to the top or be successful. He just wants like a kiss from these girls, and that's it. Like he just wants a kiss, and he just wants.
How old is the main character in this?
That's a very good question. If I could remember,
is he like high school age, young adult
17,
age?
18, I would say 17.
Okay.
18.
Okay, so he's like
he's on the younger side, but not like middle school.
Yeah.
But he's on the younger side, but like, yeah. But it's crazy because like he literally came from nothing. He never went to school. He never learned to read or write. His father died, so he lived by himself. Like
okay, so he is typical in the sense of like
typical as like had from nothing and now he's climbing the ranks.
Yeah, it comes from ruin essentially.
But like his motivations aren't typical. His motivations is like literally he's like a side character motivation where the side character is like I'm doing this just for like girls or whatever. That's literally his whole motivation.
Yeah. So like how Sanji is like, oh, I won't kick a girl. I'll just cook for them.
Yeah.
But like that's now like the main person. That's cool.
Yeah, but his thing is more like seductive and like not like chivalry. Like Sanji's thing in One Piece is like he respects girls, but this guy is like he just wants to like take advantage and kiss them.
I saw something trending recently how like the bad guy defeated him, and then she like poured blood on his face.
Oh my gosh, bro! There was this. Yeah, it gets.
And
it's pretty gory.
Is that pretty intense, or what's
bro,
going on
for
there?
like, let's say for like shonen, like normal shonen jump.
Right.
This should not be in shonen jump.
Yeah,
this is
100%.
not for their audience.
100%. Like
I don't know how it got passed.
You know what it was? I think because it's doing so well, like they're keeping it. You know, because it's bringing that money.
So in chapter, I don't know, 17 or 18, he finally defeated this one villain. So this girl promised him a kiss. So like they're all drinking, having fun. The one girl got freaking wasted, so she was about to kiss him, and while they're kissing, she threw up in his mouth, and then he swallowed it.
My God.
And then yeah, it was crazy. So it's all that, and it's very like detailed. So there's like you see throw up in his mouth all over his face.
Bro,
she's just like black. It's disgusting. So that's why like I don't see how it got past Shonen Jump's like editorial stuff.
So for our audience who is just now hearing about Chainsaw Man,
it's
what would you suggest this if you're into X, Y, and Z? Would you would be into Chainsaw Man?
If you like gorier anime, more serious tone anime, and then more
so like Tokyo Ghoul maybe or Berserk.
Tokyo Ghoul, yeah. Let's just say on the gory aspect, it's up in that level, and just like very strange, bizarre, and like if you have a strong stomach, go for it because there's a lot of sex. There's a lot of like sex, gore, and just action.
That's crazy to get. You know, Shonen is like young. You know what I mean?
Shonen Jump is for
it means young.
Yeah, Shonen Jump is for teens, young adults, and even like lower teens, like preteens and all that.
Yeah, so it's like it's wild that this is like
right.
Also, I also have been a lot of people talk about like if it ever gets an anime, how it has to look. You know,
I'm very curious because a lot of the character
it's very
designs,
detailed.
Yeah, a lot of the character designs are very like bloody organ, like just like your organs inside and like coming out, and it's like it's very detailed. So I don't know how they're gonna pull it off.
I would like to see a different kind of animation.
Yeah,
like, we have kind of like a standard for shonen. I would like to see something along the lines of
You said like CGI, right?
Have you ever seen Devilman Crybaby on Netflix?
That's different.
Something like that might be kind of cool.
I could see that.
Something grittier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something more different. You know, they just need, definitely with this art style. The art style is not too different as it is, but like the designs of the characters.
I think the fights too, like the fights and the blood splatters and like the arms chopping off, like that looks way different.
Yeah.
Than it would in like in One Piece or like in Naruto.
There's literally a fight scene where this is not really spoilers, but he fights this demon for 3 days straight, and like the demon doesn't die. It keeps on going. So like he fights the demon, then he drinks the demon's blood, and he keeps on fighting it, and the blood gives him energy to like keep on going for 3 days straight until the demon just like gives up and the demon like kills itself. Like that's just it's just crazy. It's absolutely like.
So you're making me want to read this for sure.
Read it.
So you're gonna do like a breakdown video of this?
Yeah, just like who is Denji and what is Chainsaw Man. So I'm really excited for that video.
You and I watched a video yesterday about how to properly like post videos and portray them in a way that makes them excitable to audiences. So like if you were to just have one video, what would the tagline be like? Like if you had one video to get across one like subject line or one goal like about Chainsaw Man, what would the one thing you break down in Chainsaw Man?
So since Chainsaw Man is a fairly new like manga and hopefully it'll get anime adaptation, it's more informing your audience of what they're getting into.
You should call it like you should be reading Chainsaw Man, or like
definitely with titles. I need to work on it. I'm not the best at titles.
You're missing out kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely like a whole outer body experience because I don't think besides like there's gory anime like Tokyo Ghoul, Berserk, but like this is different. Like it's very insane.
And Tokyo Ghoul and Berserk, and I'm sure I'm missing a handful, but
there's a bunch.
Those are definitely outside the realm of shonen mainstream because you're not going to see Berserk on like you're not going to see it when you're passing Zoomies or a Hot Topic or anything. You're not going to see it on the front window. You know what I mean? Because it's just too much for general audiences.
So I don't know if you know. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there's shonen. So there's two different like mangas. There's shonen, then there's salmon. Anyway, one's for shonen is for like kids and stuff, and one is for more mature audience. Like Berserk and more gory ones aren't shonen. They're I feel bad if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys, or maybe Ryan will let me know in a minute. It's like shounen or something. It's just for like a more mature audience. and for people who are like has a stronger stomach and just live life a little bit longer. Let's say for like young adults, more adults tones, where like it's able to show the boobage and the and the goriness,
the boobage.
So yeah,
it says
Ryan's looking
it just says
now.
dark fantasy horror for Berserk.
It doesn't say
like the actual title.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll keep
it's like categories of manga. So there's like shonen and another one. While Ryan's looking that up.
Oh, one brought up epic.
No, it starts with an S, I believe. It's fine. It's fine if you can't catch it. But if you guys know, definitely let us know in the comments. I'm sure it will come to the top of my head.
Yeah, I haven't read a whole lot. Oh, wait, hold on. I lied to you. Remember I showed you a manga like last week called Biomega?
Oh, yeah, you showed me that.
Remember how cool that one looked?
The double page spreads were epic.
So, he is best known for his work called Blame. Mm-hmm. And all of his series kind of link together a little bit because they all have... Well, they're all different stories, but they all have one thing in common. There is this company called Toa Heavy Industries. And so through each of his stories that are different, there is one thing that stays the same, and it's like this one company on Earth that like kind of started this whole bullshit. But anyway, Biomega is a fantastic manga. Definitely should have gone an anime. It's mega dark, and it's about an android having to save this one girl because this one girl isn't affected by the zombies. Like she can be airborne infected or bitten, and she will not turn into a zombie. The whole world is zombie. The whole world is zombified, and this one android is just trying to get her to like make a cure. And it goes on for I think like 8 volumes. It's really short.
But like Terminator.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's basically like Terminator a little bit, but zombies, and it's like really gruesome. Mm-hmm. Definitely a lot more like you said earlier when I was showing it to you, a lot more show, not tell.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of like, I don't know, just something with like, you could tell a lot more with illustrations than you could tell with words. And illustrations just catch the eye more, and if you flood the page with like words, just show it,
Yeah. Info dumps are definitely not the way to go.
That's not it, Chief.
There's an arc in Attack on Titan where the author felt he lost a lot of his audience. It was called the Uprising arc, I'm pretty sure, and he info dumped like way too much. And his manga chapters were like 40 pages long sometimes. Can you imagine just like reading 40 pages of just info? Ooh, it was bad. Anyway,
yeah, please don't.
He definitely recovered from that arc, but he said that he felt like he lost a good chunk of his audience. And when you do that, if you're gonna read a comic, you don't want to be reading like the Bible. You know what I mean? Like halfway through, because like just boring. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think I saw. You'll probably know a lot more.
Maybe. Probably.
I never read or watched Hunter x Hunter. What a lot of people hate on me for. Just haven't got around to it. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and that's about it. But I think I saw like...
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I heard. I think there's pages in the manga where it's just info dumps galore.
Yeah, a little bit. Where the arc that it's at now is definitely on the rise, like the build up right now phase. Other than that, I don't remember being too bored in the anime, at least.
I heard the anime is definitely the preferred way, because usually the manga is the preferred way.
So there is a city in Hunter x Hunter called... It's basically New York City, but they call it York New City.
I think I've seen that.
And that arc is probably like 10 to 15 episodes too long. Oh yeah, dude.
When do you think like a anime arc starts to lose interest, where it gets too long?
Let's go into what happened recently with Dragon Ball Super and the Moro arc. I thought for a second that it was a year long. No, I guess Moro is actually a 2-year arc with spanning 18 to 24 chapters altogether.
Yeah.
Basically, I feel like they were at the pinnacle of okay, so basically in the Moro arc, it's not major spoilers. I'll just kind of summarize it for you. I won't give out the ending too much. Mm-hmm. But basically, in Dragon Ball, the latest arc, there is this new bad guy who uses less like ki and like blast and stuff like that, and strength. He uses more magic. So like technical type abilities, which is really cool and really different. And so basically, Goku and Vegeta we can't beat this guy with sheer force. Like we just can't get around his weird magic. And so they go and train and stuff like that, and they get like cool new powers. And then like
it's kind of cool because like Dragon Ball's built on like, oh, I'm not strong, so I'll just get stronger.
Yeah, you know? Like I'm gonna yell to my dick's bigger than yours kind of thing. And that's that's how it works.
It's kind of cool, like a different turn at least. It's something.
So I want to say about a year and a half in, they finally confront the bad guy, and basically they get wiped out, which wasn't really expected, and the new techniques weren't like that effective, and then people die left and right kind of thing, and then like you would expect like one last like hat trick, and then I think it goes on for another like 6 months.
That's crazy.
And I think that's kind of where, I mean, unless you're gonna do it really, really, really well, but for the last like 5 or 6 months, it was kind of like big what the F moments in Dragon Ball. They pull out a lot of like inspiration from like Naruto, I'd say. Maybe Attack on Titan. I don't know, man. It just if you're on an arc for 2 years, that's a little too long in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I have no room to talk. I'm a One Piece fan, so.
But I mean,
I get it. I feel like when the main arc starts to lose interest in the main point, like if you're able to like conclude the point with so many chapters instead of like elongating it, because do you think it had to be that the moral arc? Do you think it had to be that long, or do you think they could have shortened it down? Like, could they get to the point quicker, or did they have to have that? Because I have no room to talk because I'm a One Piece fan, but I feel like what One Piece does is they have they have long chapters and long volumes or whatever, but everything they say needs to be in there for the story to work. But there's some places, like some fights in like other animes, like this might be an instance where like they could have finished off the bad guys sooner, but they just didn't.
Yeah. So from a lot of times manga, there's like not a wasted panel usually. Like anime, they'll waste like time all the time. With, like filler and stuff like that. There in movies sometimes there won't be like a wasted scene. Dragon Ball feels like a waste pretty consistently. Like no matter how strong they get or whatever, they are still literally just like punching each other back and forth. Like, oh, new technique, new technique, new magic, new power, and it's like still going to be panels of them just punching each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and flying.
It's like there's no point of you reading.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like wasted paper, wasted panels, wasted potential. Really upsetting actually, because it just feels like his new Ultra Instinct form is like less and less cool all the time. I don't know, man. It just feels like it could have ended a long time ago with a cooler way. I will say that they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like in the end of the moral arc, some like really weird like what the F stuff was happening, but it's like kind of cool. I want to draw some of it for sure.
Different. I think that's what's kind of weirding people out. It's like, oh yeah, it's what the F, but it's at least it's different.
Yeah,
it's definitely. I will say it's not plain and simple. It's definitely catching people's attention because it's all over social media and Twitter. So it's definitely getting traction. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people say like any traction is good traction.
Yeah,
but some traction is bad.
Thing. Like any kind of exposure is good exposure.
That's the word.
Even if it's negative, I think sometimes it can like. Excuse me.
No, you're good.
Excuse me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, something about like
exposure.
It's sort of like, okay, so like for a long time, the Super Soaker was like the main water gun of choice for like 10-year-olds. And now it's kind of dying out a little bit. So let's just end it here. But instead they like, now we're introducing the double barrel sawed-off shotgun water gun.
Sawed-off shotgun.
And it's just like a big what the F, but it's like kind of cool. And you stick around for it. That was a really weird example, but I liked it.
I think I got it.
How Guitar Hero was like, all right, we're kind of losing our audience a little bit because we're just doing the same thing over and over again. So let's introduce like drums, a violin, and a bass.
Yeah, even if it's not like a good change, at least this is change and it's getting people's attention.
Yeah, so
I think
that's
some
the
ideas.
Grace.
I think the ideas they have are good, but maybe the execution wasn't good.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, also like the big thing about Dragon Ball 2 is like about it going on too long is like it's just the Goku show. It sucks, man. They have so many great potential characters that they can be utilizing, and I don't really love Dragon Ball. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If someone here thinks differently, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't love Dragon Ball. Mainly because like I mean it has potential, but they definitely don't utilize themselves at all. It's all Goku.
It's definitely wasted potential.
Dude, if Gohan had a cool moment, he had some dope stuff. Like I remember in the Boo fight, he threw in the boot fight, and also he had so many cool techniques. He had like a barrier, and then in the Tournament of Power, he threw like down like it looked like he threw nothing, but then like something exploded, and it was just really cool. Like just so many cool like wasted potential.
They should have freaking I don't know the direction they should have went, but at least growing up, I really enjoyed Goten and Trunks. Their little arc they had.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was young and that's why they were included in the story is for younger audience. But they really intrigued me, and definitely when they did Gotenks and different techniques.
Yeah.
Like I think
the Kamikaze Ghost.
Oh, so cool. I think they should I don't know how they would have done it, but like continued the story with them with like a younger generation.
Yeah, that's what some of those fan animations are for. Like they just like fill in all those wasted potential because like Goku is just
Goku and Vegeta just came back.
It's a cash cow. That's all he is.
Did the same thing.
They're milking the hell out of Goku. His titties are dry, and they are not producing milk anymore. It's just ridiculous, and I hope that they changed up a little bit in the anime when it gets animated, because like at this point, I'm like, I'll watch the fight scenes, but I'm not gonna watch the whole thing at this point.
Yeah, the thing is like, I like Dragon Ball. I mean, I'm looking at my huge Dragon Ball poster right now. Oh, yeah. I like it.
He just bought like a 4-foot Dragon Ball poster.
It's pretty huge. But I like Dragon Ball. I don't think like some of their story elements are good. Definitely nowadays.
Definitely also not. Like, he freaking, after 2 years, he's like, here's a Senzu bean. Get back up. We're fighting some more.
I saw a fan comic of like Goku finally defeating Moria, and then Gohan was like, "Hey Dad, remember when you gave Cell a Senzu bean?" And he flicks it over to Moria. Oh no, it was Jiren.
Oh,
it's crazy.
So I want to transition over to something that you watched this week and something that I love personally. Go ahead and tell me your thoughts on Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah.
So Demon Slayer, if you guys don't know, I mean, you must be living on a rock, but Demon Slayer is like a phenomenal anime that came out in 2018, like the end of 2018, and a little bit into 2019. What'd you think?
Okay. Let me give you guys my background. So I started Demon Slayer about, let's say, over a year ago. And it was really lit, but I stopped at episode like 8 or 9 for some reason. I just didn't finish. I wasn't motivated to finish. But then I picked it back up this week, and I finished the whole thing this week. And I'll just say I was like Snapchatting and sending Ryan videos. I was absolutely blown away about the story elements, and then just overall the animation look, how they handled Demon Slayer. It blew me away. It would have to probably be in my top 10 anime now. Like it wasn't, but now like after I've seen the whole thing, it has to be in my top anime list.
What did you think of the characters? Which was your favorite?
They're all good. Nezuko is, of course, she's cute. She's
awesome. I love her. She's like, she goes from like tall and like adult looking to like really chibi looking. It's kind of interesting.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
It's weird because for a character who like doesn't do or say a lot, she has so much purpose and drive in the whole story.
100%. It's really weird. I think
because
her charm.
A lot of people say like, oh, she's useless. Like she really can't do anything.
Well, but no way. She did that like that.
I know that ending,
demon blood art attack.
That was dope.
That was so cool.
But my favorite has to be Tanjiro. Whatever.
Tanjiro.
He's just, honestly, I kind of fell in love with him because like he's just kind of a typical goody two shoe main protagonist.
I wouldn't say he's typical. He has a bigger heart than like I think any shonen character.
I think I saw a tier list of like who's the most like
pure-hearted.
They like kicked him out of the list. I'm like, no way. He's the most pure heart. He's the most goody two shoe pure heart.
Because like he'd probably just be number 1.
Yeah, honestly, like I fell in love with him just for like he could see like the good and love, and even in like his sympathy with the demons, and like how he finishes off the demons to show them like the like good and like their past and stuff.
Yeah, like that one of the spider demons, like
the spider mom, I think he like cut off her head,
like a really peaceful death.
And she was like, "This doesn't even hurt. Like this is peaceful." That was lit.
Yeah. So like Tanjiro, like oh my gosh, like he loves everyone, really nice to everyone.
I would have to.
Like if he touches sister, like he like goes on fire.
Oh yeah, like when he's got put on trial with those 12.
Oh my gosh, dude, that
do you know how to pronounce it?
Hashiras,
the 12 Hashiras,
or the pillars, the 12 pillars. Yeah, 12 pillars.
I said 12. It might be 9.
And then isn't their leader like blind?
Yeah, I don't know the whole deal with that. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I know just as much
because
as you
it's only 27, 26 episodes, so they're definitely gonna go more into it. Probably the movie's probably not canon. Do you think?
No, it is.
I have no idea about the movie.
So the movie is the next arc.
Oh, really?
So basically,
just the whole arc.
Basically, you know how it stops at the train station at the end of the anime?
Yeah.
And they get on the train, and then there's the fire Hashira pillar. Basically, the next manga arc was so short that it was kind of hard to adapt it into an anime. So they were like, "F it, we're just gonna make a movie out of this arc."
That's kind of lit.
And basically,
I heard it broke records.
Dude, we're gonna talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But basically, it's just that next arc, and then it's gonna be a canon story, and then the next season's gonna take a place where the movie leaves off. Yeah. But hold on, I want to know your thoughts real quick on Inosuke and Zenitsu. Like, did you care for them at all? Because they're my favorites.
I really like Inosuke, or I just call him Boarhead because we're not fluent in Japanese.
I know. I feel like I'm butchering his name.
So please forgive us if we're butchering any of these names.
Inosuke.
Usually Japanese names are pretty easy, like Gon,
Luffy.
Goku.
No, you say Gon. Weird.
Gon.
Goon. Killua. Luffy is easy.
Luffy. Oh, I feel like One Piece characters are easy because they're not based off of Japanese characters. They're based off of other countries.
Like UK stuff.
Yeah, all around. Anyway, but Demon Slayer has some very culturally accurate names.
Yeah, very, very Japanese, very like.
But I like Boarhead. I like to call him because it's just easier for us. He's really cool. I thought his character development near the end of the arc was because he was like, "I'm better than you. I'm better than you." Then he kind of admitted that he's not strong at all. He admitted hey, he still needs to train and work hard.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing him humbled when he was fighting the spider demon. He was humbled like crazy. Remember his?
Oh yeah.
Remember
the spider dad.
Spider dad.
Spider daddy. when he was getting his head squeezed, he was like, "Okay, yeah. I'm not strong. I have a lot of work to do."
Have you ever seen the manga? What it looks like?
No. Is it beautiful?
Dude,
more beautiful than the anime?
Dude, I'm not claiming to be a great artist or anything, but the anime does the manga so much justice. Not trying to be a dick, but the manga doesn't look great.
Really? Does it look just typical?
No, it looks worse than that.
Really? Worse than normal? Like the standard?
There's almost no serious drawings. They're all kind of
goofy.
Either chibi, goofy, half-assed.
But that might just be the style, but I kind of like the chibi goofy parts in the anime.
They're awesome, right?
In the anime, there was parts where the action was great, but I was laughing my ass off.
I know, when especially towards the end where they're all recovering.
They're all it's the training part.
Or Zenitsu's freakouts.
See, that's the thing I want to talk about. Zenitsu, I like him. He's cool, I guess. He's just not one of my top tier characters. For me, at least, he whines a little bit too much.
No, for sure.
I can't do. Sure. Maybe they go into that a little bit more. He's getting a little bit more
He had development. His grandpa told him stop being a wimp.
Yeah, he had a little bit of development, but he's still even after the whole spider training or the spider whatever arc, you could say mini arc, he still kind of is a little pansy still. He's crying about taking medicine.
Yeah.
I'm hoping in the next few let's say in the movie in the next few chapters or arcs that he grows up a little bit.
He was very motivated though to catch them when they were when they say, "Oh, girls," you know what I mean? He had way more motivation.
He was when he realized that the training had to do with the ladies.
Yeah.
Even though 3 of the ladies were 6.
Yeah, he's weird for sure.
But yeah, it was just him. I think if he gets a little bit more mature and if he builds more courage, I would like him a lot because he's hella strong. That's I shouldn't, but I try to compare how strong each character is, and I don't know where to put him in because he has one move.
Yeah, I would say towards the bottom just because he can only pull up that move when he's unconscious.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's able to control that, how strong he would be because that move is wicked.
By the way, guys, we're anime onlys right now. I want to read it really bad, but I also want to.
I want to experience the movie first, then I'll read it.
I want to watch the movie and then.
Because I heard the movie's a full experience.
Speaking of which, I love Spirited Away. Everyone knows Spirited Away. Everyone knows your name.
It's all right.
Shut up.
I'm kidding.
Some of the highest grossing anime films in the last 10 years, or I think Spirited Away is the last 12 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Demon Slayer film in Japan alone outsold both of those at 50 million
What's crazy because those
50
are like
50
high-end
million.
blockbuster movies.
I might even saying that right, 50 million. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that Demon Slayer absolutely blew out the competition for like every film and outsold my. The Your Name director.
Yeah.
He tweeted and was like happy and both frustrated with like the success of Demon Slayer.
Why would you be frustrated? Oh, because it beat his records.
Yeah. He held the #1 spot for like less than I think 4 years. And Spirited Away had it for I think almost 10 years.
Hey, that just means he has to be better. That means the next movie has to kill it, you know?
He came out, his second movie after Your Name was Weathering With You, and it definitely didn't do that great. I mean, it did good, but it just definitely wasn't Your Name numbers.
Well, and the thing is, like, anime movies are cool, and you sent me a couple really cool ones you recommended. But, like, Demon Slayer has a huge following. That's the thing with anime with, like, anime movies, and not just, like, single release anime movies. It's, like, it doesn't have that big of a following. But Demon Slayer has a huge following already.
And it's wild, because, like, this blockbuster massive hit is just in Japan so far. We're getting it hopefully in January.
Yeah. Imagine if it comes out in January, the numbers would just even more skyrocket. Because I feel like that would be crazy here. And definitely since it already has the hype in Japan, people are hearing the hype over here. So, like, oh, we're going to have to check it out.
So check this out. I said 50 million earlier. It was 50 million the first 3 days of it being there. So at this time, its runtime is 117 minutes long. It's in Japan only, and at this point, it has a box office sales of 261 million USD.
Holy crap!
So it's also at the Japan's third highest ranking film ever.
What's the first?
Created? I don't know. Ever created in just a single month. So that Demon Slayer is huge, guys. If you're tired of seeing the same old Dragon Ball bullshit, go check out Demon Slayer.
That's crazy. I wonder what's the first and second.
I mean,
do you think it's just not like anime? Do you think it's anime or just like, Japan? Because
it's just Japan. It's not released anywhere else.
No. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I wonder if that means for like, does it have to only be released in Japan to hit those quotas? Because I remember Endgame came out in Japan, and that was a huge hit in Japan. Yeah, but that flew over. But I don't know if that's considered, a Japan release. Because it released in Japan, but it definitely came from the States. Because
it's probably something like Godzilla or something. I don't know.
Oh, Godzilla! Everybody loves Godzilla.
How much time we got left?
It's about time to wrap it up, Ryan.
Aw, we didn't get to go into some other stuff I wanted to go into. Like,
it's okay, we'll hit it.
We didn't talk about Naruto's new form. We didn't talk about Tokyo Ghoul's new series. We didn't talk about
One Piece. We didn't talk about One Piece.
We didn't talk about One Piece.
We did talk about a little bit, but
I love One Piece.
I do love One Piece.
We didn't talk about.
Sometimes, do you wish I was like a bigger fan than like stuff you're a fan of? Because sometimes I wish like, oh man.
No, I don't think that because I think it's gonna be awesome once we finally get like some real content going. You're gonna have all the Chainsaw, Luffy, and whatever else you're a fan of, and I'm gonna have like My Hero, Demon Slayer, and like Boruto and Black Clover.
Can I do Demon Slayer too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we do like a video where like we stand next to each other and we go into it?
Yeah, whatever you want, bro. But I'm thinking it's gonna be really cool to have like hardcore fans come to us individually for like their content. Like,
yeah,
get their fill.
Stuff. Definitely One Piece is my gateway.
I might even do like My Hero like episode reacts and like reviews and like comparisons just because I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, chapter reviews I love watching those chapter reviews.
Yeah.
That's lit. Okay, man. Well,
is that it?
This is the end of Snack Round Podcast.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know as of recent we've been really everywhere with our talks, and I think we kind of want to like hone it down and just kind of like give you guys something that you can expect. Like when you go into our podcast, you kind of like don't know what to expect usually, but this time around we want to kind of like keep it more linear and more niche down. Like you can expect to talk about some video games and some anime and some manga and some weekly news kind of thing. So.
Yeah, heck yeah, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna be your #1 podcast to go for anime, pop culture, and just nerdy stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys tune in next week. See.
Yeah, tune in next time to hear Brady talk about his personal hygiene and what how that affects his relationship.
I don't brush my teeth.
I don't floss. It doesn't do anything. Flossing doesn't do anything.
I mean, I'm sure it helps a little bit. Okay, see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait.